Shalom, shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelite, located in Toronto, Canada, under the banner of GMS. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, and Kakada. Double honor to our apostles, our elders, bishops of great millstones, who we've all learned this truth from. Peace, blessings with all sincerity to all you Akims worldwide that do this work with all sincerity and truth. Today's Sabbath, Shabbat, and we're here to prophesy the downfall of this wicked, wicked, wicked kingdom. And I can't stress how wicked it is enough. Why? Because we're governed and we're ruled by Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right. So he was set up to be the what? The antagonist, right, of this society, right? He's known to what cause death, destruction, okay, to the whole world. You think something as simple as a scoop of ice cream, when you go down to the nitty gritty, the makeup of it has death dealing chemicals, man. All them colors. Go ahead, bro.
So Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
That's right. So we read from the ground up, right? Everything that we take part or partake in is built and permeated with wickedness, man. Doesn't matter how you want to look at it, how you want to cut it, slice it. It's all based in wickedness. A simple thing as going to school and getting an education, right? Best believe the education has snares slash traps in it, man, telling you that you're black, telling you that the Heavenly Father is a so-called white man, an Edomite. So basically, leprous. They're saying the Most High has a defective gene, man. Okay? And everybody that has to do with the Most High, they're saying looks like them. Okay? Keep reading.
Continuing on, he covered the faces of the judges thereof.
So the so-called white men, the Edomites, Edom, right? They've covered the true rulers and have covered what's just. Best believe no one knows outside us that's in the true what true justice is. Okay? And we don't base justice merely on our feeling, on our emotion, right? It's not defined by us. We rely on the scriptures, man. And if you know what true justice is, you're gonna revert back towards the law. Okay, it's in the whole Bible, but just to narrow it down, you'll find what's just, right, in those first 5 books. If you're not an avid reader, not like reading, there's a lot of books. Just read the first 5. You can do it in a day. Okay, keep going.
If not, where and who is he?
So that's very facetious, very profound. The most has even been jocular. It's saying, hey, if it ain't what Kazakh is saying, and it's not what I'm saying, right? I'm breaking it down for you. The most is saying it's not what if it's not the truth, what I'm saying out of my mouth, that the most put in my mouth to say, somebody get Luke 170, right? Then who then? Who is the wicked? Who is the wicked? We understand that there's wicked people in the earth, all right? In every nationality, there are wicked people, okay? And best believe the Most High knows about them. But He's made a certain nation of people to be what? The wicked, okay? And to prove what I'm saying, that the Most High speaks through His men. Someone have Luke 170?
I got it.
Go ahead.
This is Luke 1 and
Go ahead.
verse 168. Blessed be the Lord Yahweh of Israel.
So that's how we start. We always extol and exalt Yahweh whatever we do. So I just wanted one specific precepts, right? But we're conditioned to first and foremost saying what? Blessed, right? Blessed be Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
That's what we started off.
Right.
Let's give an answer. Because we're about this, man. Well, go ahead. Start again from the top.
Blessed be the Lord Yahweh of Israel.
That's right.
For he has visited and redeemed his people.
That's right. So again, a possessive pronoun. So yes, Yahweh Shai made everybody, but he says he has a people, right? He's basically differentiate the nations, like put a partition, if you will, right, between the nations, because the so-called white man has caused confusion and have named many countries, right, named many people, right, but in the Bible there's only 18 nations, Israel being one of them. So there's 17 nations alongside Israel, which makes 18. So that's all it is. But Moses says he is what?
He has visited his people.
His people. So out of the 18 nations, the Most have a people for himself. And someone can get Psalms 147, okay, 1920. Go ahead.
And hath raised up an horn of salvation for us.
That's right. So a power, right? We need a power to free us from our bondage. And no man can save us except Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
That word, horn, goes in the power. You know, a bull, by how big their horn is, right? It can be scary. Oh man, that bull looks strong and powerful, man. Doesn't mean it's strong, but it signifies strength. So that word horn there is referring to Yahweh Shai and him being almighty. Well, he's the mighty. Yahweh is almighty, and Yahweh Shai is mighty in a sense. Nobody else is mighty. So even though this time you say the mighty man, whatever, it doesn't mean the same mighty as Yahweh Shai. The Heavenly Father is almighty because he created everything, and the first spirit he created was Yahweh Shai, right? So which makes him mighty, but almighty to us, but mighty to Yahweh. Because the Father is almighty.
That's right.
Right?
Absolutely.
But Yahweh is almighty over everything else because he created everything.
Right.
Read the book of John.
Like to add in NLT, it says,
Right.
He has sent us a mighty Savior.
All right. See?
Right?
So see, that's a spirit. Okay? Because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth there, you know? But,
Right.
you know? All right, go ahead.
And hath raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
That's right. So the salvation is this truth. So this truth was raised us up. Because prior to this truth, we're forfeited beasts, man. Even though we're sons and daughters of the Most High, I'm not speaking to women right now. Women, if you're listening, just do so in silence and learn. But outside this truth, you're a beast. But now we've been made upright, right? Because what? In the sense of spiritualness, we know the truth now, right? And we're living by Yahweh Shem Shai's ways. So that's what makes us upright. So now we've been risen up, okay? In a spiritual sense, okay? Go ahead.
Verse 70. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets.
That's what I wanted to get at. Yahweh Shem Shai spake by who?
The mouth of the holy prophets, which have been since the world began.
That's right. And the world began what? In the beginning. Genesis, the Bible starts in the beginning.
Right.
What's before the beginning? Nothing. So that's very a bold statement, in the beginning, which means you were there. It's the primary source. I was in the beginning. You see that? Okay, good. Okay, good. Go ahead.
Psalms 147 and 19. He showed his word unto Jacob.
Hey, you know what? That's offensive, man. You know, because everybody, other 50 nations, like, what are you guys talking about? What are you saying? He said, nah, man, the back's turned. I'm showing what? Who are you showing it to?
To Jacob.
That's right. Keep reading.
Right. And his judgment unto Yashar, unto Israel.
That's right. So how to judge? Judge meant you have a mind of judging, which means you must know different from right and wrong. You can't be judging if you don't know what is right and what is wrong. Or it's going to be off balance, because some things that are right, you're going to see that's wrong. And something that's right, you say that's something that's right, you can say that's wrong, and vice versa, right? So you must have a mind of a judge, okay? Hence judgment, okay? Or else Isaiah 10 will be allotted to you, okay? Get something Isaiah 10. Keep reading.
Yeah, not dealt so with any nation.
That's right. So the Lord has not dealt so, which means no other nation outside Israel, but within the nation of Israel, only a third the Most High has given that knowledge to. So even though you're an Israelite, doesn't mean you're going to be upright in this side. In the kingdom, all Israel shall be saved, which means you'll be upright. But on this side, only a third, and the elect, okay, 1/4,000, and the elect will be upright. Okay, keep going.
And as for his judgment,
After the minds of a judge, keep reading.
they have not known them.
They don't know them. They don't know how to judge. Because what? They're not consulting the Bible and not using the laws, statute, and commandments given to us by the Heavenly Father. Okay? So there's a way how to do things, man. Everything has to be done via the scriptures. How should we judge this matter? Okay, let's go into the law. Let's go into the prophets. Let's go into even in so-called New Testament, right? Which is New Covenant. We say, how do Yahweh Shai say? Because Yahweh Shai himself consulted the law and the prophets. So when he's saying something, he's not saying something new. What's a new idea? You say, hey, let's look what it says over here in Isaiah. As he mentioned that, he says, as in the book of Isaiah, he was quoting stuff. All right? So a lot of things that he says, he was quoting. All right, and he's basically fulfilling prophecy that was said of him before. Like a lot of Psalms is speaking about Yahweh Shai coming. So you Old Testament Israelite, the Most High is basically not giving you the light at the point that you are. If it's still saying only Old Testament goes, the Most High is giving you the light to understand. Not saying you won't get it later, right? Because a lot of brothers that's now a part of this body was in other mindset. Oh, you always see that, all right, and the GOTC is all right. And I'm always saying, you know what? Come out of that darkness. Okay? So the Apostle said some of the elect are in other camps, and then eventually they'll come out. All right? Well, go ahead.
Praise ye Yahweh.
All right, see it again? So every single time we say Yahweh Bashim Yashai, all praises Yahweh Bashim Yashai. You see? And that's why you know it's a sign that you might be of the elect. That every chance you get, you want to praise Yahweh Bashim Yashai. Okay? Somebody Isaiah 10,
before you get it, you were gonna say, brother Banya, you were gonna say Yasha Allah, right? Going back to the judgment, right? So I just want to quick jump on that real quick, right? That shows when it says he has not dealt so with any other nation, right? That's proof. It was broken down simply for you people to understand. I'll just simplify why I was jumping on that because you want to use the Israel term, right? So Yasha Allah means he prince had power with the Most High, right? Going into his judgment. So yeah, Jacob, Jacob experienced literally and spiritually. The 12 tribes is the only one that have an experience. That's all I wanted to say on that, which was broken down if you listen carefully, right? But I'm just emphasizing the fact that Jacob had a literal experience with them. That was the point. The experience was literal, right, and spiritual. Wasn't carnal. Okay, and you people don't know. You have no clue, right? That's why we're standing here, standing up, right? And the standard is high, right? So keep bringing your nonsense. Go ahead, brother. What you got?
It says Isaiah 10, verse one Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree.
All right, so that word woe, okay, don't just gloss over it because it has a meaning. And it's a nice one. God is good?
All the time.
No, not all the time. Isaiah 4, 5, and 7, the Most High controls good and evil.
That's right. He's
Right?
righteous.
Okay? So that cuts that. The Most High is not good all the time.
Yeah.
All right? He controls evil and good. So sometimes you're sanctioned to evil, and sometimes you're sanctioned to good. Okay? So is the Most High just? Yes, He is. Because some things that the Most High do, you might think, oh, that's evil, but you don't know why He did it, right? And if He were to make you privy to it, say, oh, that's why the person does deserve that. Well, it's not. The Most High don't owe you nothing to show you why He did something, right? He's doing it because He can first and foremost. And I know, and we know here in the truth that the Most High is righteous in judgment. All right, but keep reading.
It says, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Okay, so prescribed. The pre means before, written before. Okay, and the so-called white men and you other nations, you heathens, we know that you've taken crafty counsel, right, against who? The hidden ones. And the hidden ones is mainly the men of Yashar Allah. Brother brought it out, and the other broke it down, right? The prince of the Most High. Okay, he prince power, or he prince of the power, right? Okay, keep reading.
To turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor.
So I was saying, if you're not given a mind to be a judgment, you're gonna do the wrong things. So which is why this kingdom is topsy turvy. The upside is down, right? And we're the ones that are down, and the downside is up, right? That's what I said. Esau is what the basis of man.
Yeah, Daniel 4 and 17.
That's
yeah.
right.
Somebody get that real quick.
You know. Go ahead.
And hold it.
Go ahead. Am I on?
That widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless.
That's right. And we're the fatherless, man. Is it fatherless in body, in physicality? In most cases, because guess what? Esau has made a society where he removes fathers from the home, and you find it mostly in what? Jake homes, right? Other nationalities know the value of having their fathers there, so to make it first and foremost within their nation, but within the Jake society, right? Esau has given likes and favoritism to the Jacob woman and make her succumb to what his handouts, right? So he says, hey, if you want to have my handouts, get rid of the man. And he's made music. He's made sitcoms, episodes of Housewives of Atlanta and all these different bugged out shows, and have our women watching it and believing that's how he's supposed to be, and think we don't want a man. All we want is money. You see what I'm saying? So now you have homes that are fatherless based on a programming, and that word programming, when you go into that word and break it down, you have pro before or for, and you have grammar. When that word grammar, go to grammaire, and it's a spell, right? That word grammaire goes into spell, so he casts spells on our field via his broadcasting, man. His channels, his media.
I
All
have
right.
the word program for you.
Go ahead.
I appreciate the water. So this is the word program from Adam Online. It's a noun. It means public notice. From Latin, programma, proclamation, edict. To write publicly, to write. The meaning, written or printed list of pieces.
All right, so you say that word right.
Right.
That word right goes into rituals, right? Like you say, oh, we're doing a right. You see? But keep going.
No, that's everything.
All right, and then if you type in, does grammar mean spell? Type it, right? Type does grammar, GRAMMER, mean spell?
Alright, so I looked it up on duck.go, and it quickly says grammar versus spelling. How are they different? It says,
Type in grammar means.
yeah,
Grammar means.
yeah, maybe it'd be
Yeah,
easier
in
for
Google.
you. 'Cause I don't
Grammar
know-
means.
Yeah.
On my phone over there.
Let me get it.
Your phone, right?
Right.
So I'll look it up. Like a second.
Yeah. So I just want to say something, right? So there's a so-called program out there, right? And then there's the program, the gospel, right? The good news. This is where the men of the Lord of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is coming from, with the good spell
Right.
versus this silly stuff, which is necessary, right? And as the brother broke down before, simply put, the Lord is over it. The Lord is over control both sides. He's just righteous.
I got it.
Yeah,
So
ready?
I typed in grammar means spell. It says the word grammar has occult connotations because it comes from the old French word grammaire, which means magic, enchantment. The word grammar has evolved to have multiple meanings, including magic book, magic spell, unexplained attraction. All right. The word the pro is basically comes before, right? So it's basically programming is putting a spell on people, man. It was prescribed, right? So
Right.
Esau is basically an enchanter. He was given over to witchcraft and black magic. All right, and that word black actually pertains to him because in the original sense of the word black, it meant pale,
Right.
and they're the pale people, man.
Correct.
All right, well, go ahead.
Continue?
Yeah.
Okay. And Isaiah 10, verse 3. And what will he do in the day of visitation and in the desolation which shall come from afar?
That's right.
So
So,
who-
so the Most High has sanctioned, right, the heathens, right, and you 2/3 are likened unto the heathens. Okay, you're not a part of this truth. So guess what? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. All right, you're the guys of the gander, man. You're attached to Edom and you are the nations. Okay, go ahead.
To whom will he flee for help? And where will he leave your glory?
That's right. So the Most High is saying, like, who outside, who do you have to combat me? Right? Who's gonna stop what I'm gonna do to you?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So destruction is set up for 2/3 of people and you heathen nations, man.
Correct.
Okay.
Can I get
Go ahead.
2 Ezra 16 and verse 3?
Fine.
A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back?
That's right. And that sword is going to them ICBM missiles, man.
That's right.
That's the major thing that people are basically glossing over, right? Not taking heed to. You think it's a joke when you see grown men walking around with missile signs. You see?
Right.
That should pique your interest, if anything else.
Right.
So, well, what do you got to missiles? I get this part here, but why have missile sites? You see? So that should make you want to say, you know what? Let me hear what they have to say, because they got signs with missiles on it, and you're preaching. And how do I get saved? If you're an Israelite, if you're not an Israelite, hey, guess what, man? You're fuel for the fire. Okay? And that's what your preachers ain't telling you. Your preachers about fleecing the flock. That's why the Amalekites is likened you unto cattle. Cattle and flock, it goes hand in hand. You know? Somewhere in that.
So, a fire sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are.
In that day, your 911 work, man. Right? Them water trucks, you call fire trucks. Right? This meant a simple thing as calling a water truck a fire truck, a water truck a fire truck. It's a lie about that.
Right.
Those trucks going around don't shoot out fire, man. They shoot out water. So it should be called a water truck. You see what I'm saying? But there's no truth in him.
That's right.
Okay, but go ahead.
Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?
Nobody. You can't turn this back, man. The Moses said, "No words goes out of his mouth void." Right. So it's not our vain opinion that we're uttering. We're speaking the Most High's words.
Right.
Right. We're reading the Bible. The Bible that I would say almost every home have this. Right. Because you have so-called Muslims that quote scriptures. We don't go into the Quran for nothing unless we're trying to edify or prove a point that even in their book
Right.
it says that we're the children of we're the chosen people of
Huh.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshai in their book
Exactly.
that they don't read.
Right.
You see, talking about they teach so-called Negroes how to read. Nigga, please.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. We've been known how to read. Okay, we taught you how to read and how to understand, which is what you said. This ain't not a new idea. We've always been doing this. Okay, go ahead.
May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it has begun to burn.
And that stub is going to Obadiah, man. It says Jacob shall be a flame. Someone can get that Obadiah, I think is 18, right? So is anyone going to put the fire out that's meant for Esau, Edom, and his counterparts, his conglomerates? Go ahead.
Obadiah 1 and 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
That's right. So that stubble to jump out at you, man. That's what the brother's reading over here in 2 Ezra 16. Okay? The Most High is liking the whole nation onto stubble. And stubble is basically, it's easy to catch fire or use it to ignite or promote firemen. As a youth in the land of Benjamin, sometimes, when your gas, because we use a lot of gas stoves down there, is done, you have to go look for some wood and the the thin ones, you call it stubble, you make little sticks with it and they put it under the coal and that lights first and eventually it starts a fire and you can do your cooking or whatever.
Wow, Con.
You know? So that's stubble right there. So the Most I seen them, the basemen, and hey, it's funny that's under the coal, the base. So Esau, it starts with Esau, Edom first, the firemen, and then the other nations, and 2/3 who were against Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay?
I wanted to jump to 16 and 17. Yeah, this is 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 16. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
That's right. So the Most High sanctioned his faith for destruction, man. Right? The rain that happened time of old, right? This time that rain is going to become by what? Nuclear missiles, man. So, right? It's going to be the Most High is going to rain missiles, man. All right, and that's why if it drops like and it drops in the water, it does what you can see it circles out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be the blast, just circling out and just annihilating everything that's in its path, man.
beautiful point. I was just relishing on what you're saying and what was read. Okay, you can see it's a divine act. Hey, you dummies, you're gonna say it's the act of God. Hey, listen, man, you can bring all the DARPA and all that stuff that you're supposed to bring. You're told to bring that fake coming. Hey, this one is the real stuff. This is the real thing that the Lord's gonna do, right? You're gonna feel the heat, for lack of better words, right? When that destruction comes, and bring that circle with the drop of water and that mushroom cloud, right? So you can talk about all these fake coming of Jesus, right? But this is what we're talking about, man. You're not you're just going to see it and you're going to cease to exist when it happens. Most of you, and for you wicked who cover up the faces of the judges, man, you're going to run for cover, right? Isaiah 2 goes into it. Joel chapter 3. We can go on and on about that. So yeah, this is real, okay, and it's going to happen, okay. We're not just talking, right? We have too many examples in history that was prophecy when it happened, when the Lord did it, okay. But this is going to be worse. That's why you people don't believe. But that's okay. Just wanted to.
Final precept. Second Ezra 16, verse 17. Woe is me! Woe is me! Who will deliver me in those days?
And that's being righteous. Okay. You notice it didn't say I'm saved, right? That's contrary to Christians' belief, a Christian's mindset. A Christian believes that he or she can go into any kind of dirty water, or any kind of water. It could be a cup of water, and it's poured on their head, and the pastor says, now you're saved." They believe what that man said.
Denzel Washington.
You can't, right? You're not saved, man, until you're in them chariots as an Israelite, because 2/3 in other nation, it wasn't set up that you're going to be risen up. You will not hear the sound, "Come up hither." That pertains to you. You might hear it, right? But you see men that you thought wasn't of any any persuasion as it pertains to goodness being called up, man.
Yeah, they're going to hear thunder.
You're right.
But they're going to see with their eyes.
That's right.
I know what the fuck is going on.
Wisdom of Solomon 5.
Right? They're going to see thunder. Excuse me, hear thunder, but they're going to see it. If you people are spiritual, try to grasp what was just said. Right? But brother just broke down, simply put. You hear thunder, but you're going to see it. Right? But we hear what, brother? Go ahead.
Come.
Come up,
Quick one, before you
read.
Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
That's right.
Hey, get me Isaiah 26 and 20 and hold it, brother.
That's Yahushai, man. Giving clear instruction on what it means to be saved. You have to endure, right? And endure means it goes the first part of endurance, which means much, strife and struggle is going to be required.
Enough trials, tribulations.
There you go.
Missed opportunities.
That's right.
You're going to lose a lot of friends, so-called friends.
Right.
But the real friends are right here in this brotherhood.
Right.
That's your friends.
That's right.
Yeah, this family of Yasharala, that are your friends.
That's right.
Because friends means what? Brothers.
Son.
Right.
Right. I'm all that enough.
Yeah, that's it on that.
Bring it up.
Ecclesiastes 2 and 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yeshai, prepare thy soul for temptation.
That's right. So the Most High, again, right? He's so definitive, man, and he's making sure that there's no room for misunderstanding, right? It says, "My son." He didn't say anyone who comes to serve the Lord. He said, "My son."
Going back to Yashar Allah.
Yashar Allah. Beautiful, right? Israel is my firstborn. You know. So it says, "Prepare thyself for temptation," which means there's going to be some things thrown at us.
You're going to be tried in the fire.
That's right. Right? Like gold, like gold is purified in the fire. Right?
No pictures, please. I have a precept. Just to go with what you said. Matthew 12.
We don't.
Second verse.
Bishop, yeah.
Set thy right heart aright and constantly endure.
That's right. So he's telling you how to deal with it, right? Your heart is basically your mind. Esau tells you that your heart, that follow your heart, and he points at his chest, Okay, so a simple thing as figuring out that the organ, the muscle that pumps blood, does the thing for you, right? Your heart is the spirit of Yahweh Shemashah, your mind, right? So you gotta make your mind all right, and it's not up to you. It's up to the Heavenly Father. It's up to the Heavenly Father to make your mind right, man. Like you can conjure up emotions, right? Sitting in that lotus position, talking about
Right.
right, and
Right.
and force the Lord to deal with you.
Right.
Okay, it's a gift.
Come on.
Okay, go ahead.
And make not haste in the time of trouble.
That's right. So it means you need to be stable. It came out earlier. The elder said about he quoted Isaiah 33 and 6, where it says wisdom and knowledge shall make you stable. Wisdom, knowledge of what? The Bible,
Yeah.
not a Harlequin novel, right? Not CB24 or ABC or whatever Esau has. What's in the news? What's in the news?
Yeah, that's the power of the gospel.
Cut.
Right? And we know who's behind it.
That's
Wisdom
right.
is behind it.
You see?
Wisdom, that's power.
That's right.
Our Savior and our power.
Right.
Right?
Right? Right?
Last verse. Cleave unto him.
Hold on, man. Latch on. I was saying Jamaica said latch on, funny.
Yeah.
Cleave. Hold on to the truth. Yeah. Which means it ain't gonna be easy. If someone say hold on tight, it means there's rough things up ahead.
Wow. Come on.
You see?
Like riding a motorcycle and you're on the back,
That's right, man.
right? Holding on for dear life.
Son, ask for dear life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the immortality that's promised to us in the Bible doesn't come easy, man. Nothing good comes too easy.
Right.
All right? And this is good, right? The promises in the Bible, the heavenly states, right, is good, right? What the Most High promotes and offers, nothing supersedes that, man.
Exactly.
All right? Go ahead.
And depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end.
So that goes hand in hand with what my brother brought up just now, man. The last end. You have to wait until the end to know if you are saved or not. By thy precepts, we get understanding. All right, not by my pastor, right? Not by what I heard grandma say, or uncle so and so,
Right.
who's very humble, he speaks very, very soft, or a damn pedophile based by himself on different websites, man.
Real quick, I just want to say on the increase, beautiful point, brother. Simply put, man, it says until you're increased. So what is the increase? What is it going into? It's going into that crowning act when the Savior crowns you. Crowns the elect, because he's speaking to the election, his selection. So that increase is serious stuff. So you're not saved until he gives that increase, right? And we're telling you what that increase is. Go into it.
Coronation, I believe, right? The
Slack-
coronation, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, definitely a foreign nation.
yeah. Second Ezra's.
So, like, I just want to say quickly, like years ago, the elders they made it simple and plain. They said, "Saved. What are you saved from? You can't be saved because we're still amongst the enemy, right? So you have to endure until Yahweh Shai comes. That's the only way you can be saved from the enemy, right? Simple way to understand it.
Can I actually back you up with a scripture, Book Prashad?
Go ahead.
I appreciate it. So this is Psalm chapter 23, verse 4. The verse is the point's in 6. Yeah. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and we know America means bitter. We know America is a low land.
And the valley is the low vibration, right? And that's that vibration that America sends out, right? Spiritual wickedness in high and definitely in a low place, definitely in a low place, yeah. And that's balance, right?
I will fear no evil. And we've already broke down the word evil in past camp. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
And the rest of the stuff is going to the scriptures, man. This will give us comfort knowing the mindset, right, or the intentions of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
it's very comforting to know that the wicked shall be repaid, right, for how they dealt with the one third. The whole nation right? But we're just concerned about the one third for now. The ones who are gonna speak and preach about Yahweh Hashem Shai, right? Hold fast to his reputation, which goes into his name, right? Reintroduced him as a man of great stature, of power,
Yeah.
wisdom, and might.
Right.
Not this all loving power, right? That's saying come one, come all. Whether you're
my lord.
You're LGBT,
God.
part of the Skittles gang, right? No, the Most High is about he's a warrior, man, right? And righteous in judgment.
Right.
So if God does that, I don't want to serve him. Okay. well, he's gonna make you.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
That's it?
I know,
No,
I
no,
saw
no,
two more verses.
Finish what you got. Yeah, finish what you got.
All right, so this is reading on from Psalm chapter 23, verse 5. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. And the brothers have already showed you the side of the enemies of Israel. I think there's bare nations that just including 2/3, which is mind-boggling.
Hold on a second, Arya. What's the table that Lord has prepared? Anybody? Not you, yes, Yashar. Everybody know what the table is?
Any of you brothers?
Yeah, the brother asked if I could read again, man.
Yeah, go ahead. Of course.
I appreciate it. So this is Psalm chapter 23, verse 5. Thou preparest a table before me.
Stop. So the table that Lord has prepared, what is that? And then any brothers.
Now can I answer?
Hold on.
The understanding, well, the way to the understanding of the scriptures, understanding and knowledge of the scripture.
Prepared table. Okay, I understand. Okay, that's part of it.
Yes, his word.
Okay, all right. Arya? And your brothers ain't wrong. Okay, like if he just didn't know yet, right? So they don't feel no way. That's that's what we're here to learn. All right.
He's preparing it in front of your enemies.
Okay. So
So
the
you are
table in
protected.
essence would be what?
The kingdom.
Okay, so the table is what you're seeing. Right now we're feasting.
Yeah.
Right? And there's bread, there's wine, there's meat, there's oil. So within the presence of our enemies, the table is here. Right? In the presence of my enemy. So they can't stop it because YouTube is worldwide.
That's right.
Okay? And the most I said, in the presence of my enemy, I'm gonna prepare a table for you, man, with oil, bread, meat, milk, wine.
Right.
Yeah.
We just had so-called Christmas. What did these people do? They prepare a table for their family. Prepare a different type of food for them. Right. So pretty much this is food. Like you said, bread, oil, meat, it's right here.
Yeah.
In front of our enemies.
If I may, brother, I'll say simplest way to understand it is the table being set right now is the truth. Right? Yeah, the table being set right now is the truth. Yeah. We're partaking of the truth.
Right? And if we said who's sitting on the table, who sits on the table? We all know the answer. Come on. Right?
Who's at the head?
Yeah. The mediator of covenant. Right? So, right? That's why the brother wanted a specific answer. Right? But if you had said Yahweh Shai was the table and we're eating from that, that would be the greatest answer. Able to break it down for you. Break it down for us so we can get refreshed again. Yeah, so yeah. And you know the answer, right? He's on the mercy seat. Right? It's the table also, symbolically. Yeah, and that's where we eat from, man. Hey, you people, you want to eat more garbage in, garbage out, hey, that's your business. But we know who's doing it. See, that's the difference, right? And this covenant that this table is talking about, right? There's a covenant that comes along with it, right? Personal covenant, and simply put, when I say personal covenant, talking about Romans 12:1 and 2, right? That body as a living sacrifice to who? Right? To the table, right? Because we know who it represents and what it constitutes. Anyway, that's all.
So as in still food for thought.
Beautiful.
Simple food.
Yeah. Food for
Right.
thought.
So the food we're taking in, and so a man thinks, so it becomes thoughts become things. All right. Well, go ahead, Yashar.
I appreciate it. So Akim, continuing from Psalms chapter 23, verse 5. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over.
So you understand now why the apostle put a decree that each brother in GMS should put up 3 videos weekly.
Right.
Not saying if you don't, you're wicked, But if you can, why not?
I agree.
The same thing. The book of Obadiah is only one page. Does it mean Obadiah is not of the elect? No. But if the Spirit's on you to do three, four, five, like everyone has different measures. Why not do so? The Spirit's on you. Don't force the Spirit. "Oh, I gotta make 3 videos. Ants. Yeah, ants is walking, and you could make a video about ants because the scripture says, "Look at the ants.
Yep.
How productive
They are.
you know."
Yeah, that's soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I seen that in the chat.
God.
Yeah.
So you could make a video about ants, but start out about ants.
And you could because ants don't sleep,
God.
right?
Yeah, and they're very productive. But my point is like you don't like force it. If the spirit ain't with you to make a video, don't force it because brothers who's watching, if we're spiritual men, we like, hey, this, you know, I'm not gonna say stupid, but it's like,
Exactly.
you know
So,
what I
but yeah,
mean?
the spirit, that's the spirit too, right? You're like,
Yeah,
so, man, brother, force that one.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right?
Like that, like if you're lacking, just pray for the Lord and help push out a
Alright.
video.
That's right.
Yes,
That's right.
yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that needs to come out. That has to be said.
It's beautiful. Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
So you have to pray to the Lord for each and everything that you do. Say Yahweh Ratazah means the Most High is willing.
Exactly.
So the Most High is willing, He make you give you the ability to make a meal, right? By way of what? Videos, right? Okay. With you?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'll start. First Peter 4. The point is in 11, but I'll start at 10. As every man hath received the gift, even so minister the same one to another, as good stewards of the manifold grace of Yahweh Shai. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahweh Shai. If any man minister, let him do it as the ability which Yahweh Shai, which
Select
Yahweh
it, brothers.
give it.
Give it again. Select it. Select it.
Um, First Peter 4, and the point is in 11, but I start at 10. As every man hath received the gift, even so minister the same one to another, as good stewards of the manifold grace of Yahweh. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahweh.
All right. So the brother pulled a nice scripture, a nice precept. Basically, back to what I said. Don't be forcing out videos if the spirit ain't on you. We're spiritual men. We can tell if you're full of shit or not. Okay, so you must speak as the oracle of the Heavenly Father. Okay, so the moment I put a spirit into a video, do it. We don't get into a video, ropes can string on. No, man, don't do it. The brother say, hey, man, that ain't right. Just be truthful. No, it said no God in his mouth. So you're lying about something, right? When you're forcing the spirit. Okay, go ahead.
If any man minister, let him do it as the ability which Yahweh giveth.
Let's see, it has to be given to you. You can't will it. Give me a video. Give me a video. That ain't work. Okay? Like the Most High, it's his. This is the Most High's movie. It's his show. It ain't yours. All right. I know you want to the brother doing 5, 6 videos a day. The Most High is dealing with that man. The Most High say, yeah, I'm using this man. Don't tell the Most High how to do his work. When it's your time, it's your time. Say, you know what, Kazak, video. Oh yeah, and you can tell it goes nice, right? And don't, it's like and don't be watching views. All right, because it's not about views. The most I'm not trying to popularity contest, right? I remember Esau played with the views as well.
Exactly.
Okay, so again, no one wants a video. You know, that's what you think. Remember, the deceived and the deceiver are his, and the Most High is ambidextrous. He's very good with deception. He controls Esau, Edom. So have you thinking, I was watching it. Is the reason why Esau put blocks on our video and shadow ban our video because those people watch them.
Right. If nobody wasn't watching, they would.
Why would you care?
Exactly.
You know? Like, finish it up. Finish it up. Sorry.
That Yahweh in all things may be glorified through Yahweh Shai.
That's right. So we want to glorify Yahweh Bashim Yashai in all things. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay? Doesn't matter what it is. Man, you always want to praise Yahweh Bashim Yashai. Outside, we want to be contrary to heathens. Right? We want to always put Yahweh Bashim Yashai first. You get anything you get, whether it be good or bad, you know what? If it's bad, say, what I do, Lord, like, I'll praise it anyways, because I got life to change. I can change. You give me a chance to fix this. You see? And that's going to be a mindset. How do I fix this, Lord? Oh, Lord, we did. I'm praising you. And no. You know what, Lord, I messed up somewhere. I don't know what it is right now, but I'll praise Yahweh. All right? Finish it up.
To whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen.
That's the way to be, man. Always see, praise it forever and ever. This is sometimes. God.
So shall it be.
So like, just to back you up here. Sirach 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to turn to Yahweh, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance.
Wait, that's like the tail of what you said, because sometimes you could be a brother that has the spirit to do what you're supposed to, but you're not doing, right? So if you have the spirit of, maybe you're good with those character building videos, right? Lessons, you're really good with that, and then you know you're good at it, but you're like, no one really is into that. You start letting them demons chat with you, right? You start letting them demons chat with you.
Yeah.
And now you're having dinner with demons.
Yeah.
That's really what's going on, right? So if you have that spirit on you too, don't let them demons sway your faith. Do the lesson. You might not, and you could feel like, oh, as I'm speaking, maybe the spirit's not with me. I'm messing up here. I'm rambling, but that's also the flesh. The fact that you're doing it and that fight, that struggle, that's all a part of the sacrifice and the foolishness of preaching. But it's a stumbling block for people who are watching you. So, like, you made a beautiful point, right? And I've stood by. I mean, we all have stood by this, but being truthful. Yeah. Just be truthful, and Yahweh Shai is gonna he's gonna do his thing. Like you say, he's ambidextrous. Right? So that's vice versa what the brother said. If you have a certain spirit on you, go with it. You're a part of the body, and it's needful for the church, for the body of Yahweh Shai.
Can you read that verse again real quick? Beautiful.
Sirach 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to turn unto Yahweh.
Make no tarrying. Wow. So start where the spirit bears witness to you in the friends, man. Because,
Finish it up. I'm thinking about something today too. Finish it up.
And put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh come forth,
Right.
and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed,
Right.
and perished in the day of vengeance.
Right. So that's security, because you were basically being negligent, nonchalant, lazy, whatever. You weren't doing what you're supposed to do. So I was thinking to myself, really, it's the spirit. It's like, if you're of the elect, you're of the elect, right? But it doesn't mean you're not stubborn, and you don't listen, and you don't get spanked the fuck out.
Right.
So you could be one of the elect, be stubborn, and you have two legs, or you can be paralyzed and still be of the elect and still be in the truth. You see what I'm saying? That's fearful. I'd rather be in the truth with two legs than be in the elect and be in the truth paralyzed. You know what I mean? So the most I can deal with you like that too.
Yeah. Oh, that's why you always got a chief to let.
Yeah.
Chief to let, man.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Look what he did. Yo, that's crazy. Because remember, when the elect see that body, we're gonna weep. And you're gonna weep with your perfection. That's how heavy of a burden the man took for the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. So that's something to really internalize and think about. So, hey, it's always been high time to fear the Lord, but it's even more severe now. We're getting so close to the end. There's no more flipping flopping, second guessing. Lock in. You know? Really, really let them demons know that the Lord is seeing with you.
And weeping to also be on us as a body right now, seeing the state of the body of the people, right? How we are, right? Coming back into the right mindset. You shouldn't be happy about anything. Someone asks you how you doing, you're gonna lie. I'm good. You lied. You just lied, man. We handled caps all day. What size you take? Medium, large, small, end up caps. You know, capping, man. We're just capping. No, we're not good. We're not. We're not. We're not in the right frame of mind to say that we're good. You know what I'm saying? We're under a rulership of wickedness, man. Right?
And that's heavy, man, because when you go between brothers, even brothers, like, brothers are honest. We say, I'm all right. But at least I'm in comfort.
Done.
Right. You know?
Done.
But I just wanted to add on, even in that, if you prove to be a sincere man, that's a tarrying. It also comes with correction, right? And a great example of that is Jonah, right? You know what I mean? He tried to sidestep, go the other way, even though he was handed that task to go out and deliver and preach against and prophesy, right?
And this ain't no script. You know, like sometimes the brother Ahmad I see him come, you know, with a mind full of ideas. Like, I'm gonna do this, and it's in his hand. I'm gonna say what.
Yeah, sí, sí.
It's in his hand because it's about truth, and it's about the Most High's truth, and His truth of the day. It doesn't mean it's gonna be yours. You might start saying, yeah, okay, let's go to Job right here. Then end up Zechariah something in Exodus. And you're like, man, I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah, Lord, I don't want to talk about
Go to the Spirit.
that. I want to talk to hard too. Like sometimes he'll go out there and he'll bring out the
God,
list,
God.
right? And say, what are we going to get into
God.
today? You know what? I'm just going to go with the Spirit.
That's right.
Right?
And it's a beautiful walk because it's up and down. Because sometimes the Lord will catch you slipping and you get comfortable.
Right.
And it feels good when you come and you might have something prepared or you don't. The Spirit's just taking you.
Fun.
But the most time might catch you slipping, you get comfortable, and then you need that lift.
Yeah.
And then you're slacking one day, like, I'm going to need it. I don't need it because the Spirit's working for you. So like, hey, man, think about balance.
Yeah, because when I do a lesson, I try to always be prepared with the list, and then I let the Spirit dictate.
Yeah, good practice.
Yeah, it's great practice. It helps.
Precept. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 19. Quench not the Spirit. Verse 20. Despise not prophesying. So the spirit that you should be in is one of prophecy, right? And yes, we do ramble on, but the spirit's going to catch you and say, hey, we're dealing with this. Prophesy, right? The spirit of the Lord. I think it's in Revelation 19 and 10, right? Because best believe prophesying is a real spirit.
Yeah.
You know?
Correct.
That's why the church is dead. Because there's no prophecy in the church. The only prophecy that's in church is that the pastor knows they're going to prophesy that you don't give him his money. Yeah. Before he got there, you know what I mean? He said, hey, you're such and such. That's it, man. Here's my money. Go on.
Thou shalt not surely die.
Yeah.
Well, the scripture says the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
That's right.
So there ain't no prophecy in there because the spirit of Yahweh Shai is not in there.
That's not the testimony.
Right? They're calling on preachers.
Right. That ain't testimony.
Yeah, it ain't testimony at
Right?
all.
The testimony is in the Bible.
Exactly.
All them prophets that the prophets you're reading about is just basically giving their testimony, what they know to be true. And the knowledge comes from what? Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Right? When we read this, like we were in the Bible, but we don't know who we were in the Bible, but we know it's true. So we're testifying. This is true.
Yeah. The galvanized, man.
Yeah. This is, like I said, it's a courtroom setting, man. Right? And some things are overruled, which means like if you're talking too much shit, they overruled. Objection. Right? That's what I'm saying. Ain't no time to talk. And scratch that. You know? And something as
Strike that from the record.
And sometimes brothers talking, say, hey brother, man, what do you? That's dangerous. Hey, hold that for a second. That's dangerous. We can't let you talk because I got 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds that might watch the video. And say, hey, no, brother, hey, get out of here, man. Objection. You know?
And that's so true because that's the ugly truth that Jake don't like is that there's men set up over them. Jake don't like that. And that's been the whole story about Israel killing their own prophets.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be told what to do, right? And then when when judgment comes, you want to complain about it. No one in their right mind likes someone like that. No one likes someone who's being told, this is what you're doing, it's not right, this is how you should do it, and they're constantly catching judgment. Who's going to feel bad for that person? They know you're not listening. That's why we said that the Most High is only dealing with the elect. He's not dealing with two-thirds because they don't listen.
Precept me, brother. I appreciate brother Mark. This is Amos chapter 5, verse 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
Yeah, and that's anywhere and everywhere. You can have the truth. No matter where you go. You can talk to average Joe. As soon as you start speaking the truth, that's it. That demon's like, wait, man, what are you talking about? You can see it in their eyes. They're roused up, they catch up, they want to fight. They'll have undertones. So this is the burden of having the truth. Wherever you go, them demons don't like you. Remember, they're given order by Yahweh Shem Shai to bring hell upon us to prove us. You see? That's the reality of what you're a part of. So when the Most High told Job Okay, and how cool Job, man up. You know, if you're reading that, you're like, yo, that's kind of like serious. I can understand that because look at what Job went through. But the Lord still told him he needs to man up. So what does that mean? The Lord wants you to have a mind that's more that's full of faith, that's stronger than your adversity. Yeah, no matter what it is. There's someone that always believes that they're gonna get out of whatever they're going through has faith. That's why the Most High keeps whooping us. Because the level of faith we're going to need to endure what's going on, what's going to come down the pipe, is serious.
Yeah.
Very, very serious.
Was it the prophet that his wife died and Yahweh told him to hold that? Ezekiel, right? Yeah.
Bro.
His wife died and he's like,
Well, he had, well, she was, wasn't she a prostitute, if I'm not mistaken?
No, that was
Hosea.
Hosea had and he had kids with her too. Two. So, and then the Most High, she died, she was sick or something like that. Or he told her let her go back out to be a prostitute.
Yeah.
So, yo, can you imagine going through something like that? Yeah. Imagine that. You find a woman, you fall in love, because the Most High is dramatic. He's going to make sure you're in love with her. He's dramatic.
He wants to feel what he feels.
Exactly. That's why when they prophesied, the prophets, they had so much spirit, because they went through what they were prophesying onto Israel.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was serious.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, we have something
I got something for you too.
beautiful. Yeah, so on the beautiful point that was made about when we come up and we prepare, right, which is of the Spirit, or the Spirit say, go this way, and you obey. Hey, read it, brother. Let's hear what the wise man said.
Sirach 6 and 32. My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught. And if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent.
There you go.
If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding.
Right.
What does it mean to apply your mind? What does it mean to apply your mind? And what is that? What does it mean, or what is that? It says, if thou wilt, you'll apply your mind, right?
If thou wilt, thou shalt be taught. And if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent.
What does that mean to apply your mind?
Apply your mind to the learning of the word.
You are learning, but when you learn something, that doesn't mean you're applying it.
Apply.
To practice basically means to practice what you're learning.
Right.
That's what makes you prudent, right? Because when you see fighters or anybody that's experienced in what they're doing, and they face against a young guy coming up, the young guy has all the vigor, he's young, whatever, but the guy has all the experience, so he's a lot more skillful, and he takes down that young guy like nothing. So when you're prudent, you can see ahead. That's experience. Experience comes from what you're doing. Doesn't matter how much knowledge you know or what you're thinking. If you're not doing it, you're not going to gain that prudence to see ahead of scenarios. Because if life is a circle, you're going through the same scenarios. So the more you apply, the more time you're going to gain, the more efficient you're going to be.
Can I add something? Just like when you go to get a job, what do they ask you for? They ask you for an application, right? On that application, or when you're presenting the application, what did they ask you for? A resume, to show that you've applied, that you have experience. You placed an application on the skills set that you need in order to secure the job.
Yeah, you're building your resume right now.
And if you lie on the resume, we'll know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How'd you get up here? That's in the charge. How'd you get here?
Who's this man here?
How'd you get in here? You know?
Yeah.
On etymology,
And then even Yahweh spoke about them coming to the wedding without a garment.
I have a fly on etymology. Yeah. It says to join or combine, apply, use, attach. It says devote oneself to, give attention to. Right, join or combine. So the idea of what's in your head and what you actually do, there's a gap. Yeah. Right? I know we've all been there where because you can think well, you think you know. Because you can think well. But then you have someone who maybe doesn't think like you, but they're always applying, they're always working. Right? And it's like, they're more practical. They have the answers because they've applied and they've seen what really happened instead of what's actually in your head. So that gap is that error. That space of error. So you have to like join. Again, it says join them too.
What you're thinking and what you do, join it together so you have a full picture.
Right. Pretty much take action towards it.
Right, but you also don't want to take mindless action too. There's that too. There's mindless action which doesn't get you anywhere. That's not practical in itself, even though the word action is linked to practicality.
Potentially wisdom, right? Because I know you said before wisdom is the knowledge and application.
Right. Yeah. Applied knowledge. Applied knowledge.
Yep. Beautiful. Now I brought those precepts out because of what was said, right, and how the spirit works. It's very straightforward. Maybe you young men never heard it before. Willing to be made willing. That's what this is going into application. As the spirit gives you clarity, and it's a process. Willing to be made willing, right? And we know who is the example of that, right? And how he passed it on, right? Okay, pass it on to his men, right? To his friends, his brothers, in spirit and in truth. It's going to be applicable. So willing to be made willing. That's why I went to that precept. Is that it? Or you have one more verse? Genesis 32 and 33.
Yeah. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. If thou bow thine ear, thou shalt be wise. Stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto him that is wise.
That's right. That's it. Application for practical spirit and truth.
Go ahead, read your.
I appreciate it. So I got the word prudent off of Enema Online. So it says wise, discerning, judicious, right? And if you look at the word judicious in the slave dictionary, it says having, short, or done with good judgment or sense, right? Directly from Latin, knowing, skilled, sagacious, circumspect, right? And if you look at that buzzword circumspect, what does Ephesians 5 and 15 say? See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Yeah.
Going back to your original point.
Yeah, because a lot of, guess what, we're at a point now with Jake, and it's funny, we still have more time to go, but we're at a point where Jake knows the truth. So you're walking around as a foolish person. You know the truth, and you're not being circumspect. You're not doing what you need to do. But we also know it was set up that way anyway. So, like, if a nigga can't get it, we're moving on. That's the truthful, understanding of what we're a part of.
And it says not as fools. Which means there's a certain nation or nations the most ascribe that better to being fools. So after the nation of Israel, you can only be foolish. Become like unto them. It says be circumcised not as fools, which means the other nations aren't circumspect. So you can't go to them for anything.
Exactly.
Okay, so the Most High has left little droplets, right, little breadcrumbs of how to follow me this way. This is the way to go. This is the way, walk ye in it. Right? And Yahushua is what? The way.
Exactly.
So this is the way, walk in it. So this is Yahushua, follow him.
And circumspect means to look all around. Inspect your circumference. Yeah.
So this is basically a parliament. And the parliament is basically, what you call it, a gathering of owls?
Yeah, it's the parliament.
A parliament. And parlay means what? Huh? Portable. But it just means get a
I
parlay.
have the word
Okay.
if you want.
Go ahead.
Alright, so this is out of Edom Online. This is parliament, which is a noun. Consultation, formal conference, assembly.
Okay. So what do you call a gathering of owls? Look that up.
What do you call
Oh,
it?
you want me to?
Yeah. Huh?
I think it's court.
Parliament.
Parliament.
Yeah.
Fact checking.
Black check is owls.
Let me check.
Parliament?
Yeah, a parliament of owls.
Yeah, it's a parliament.
Yeah,
That's why an owl goes, woo, woo. You can see in the dark.
Yeah.
Right? Woo.
Okay, right? So the parlay in French means thought, right? And mind. So the mentality is coming out. What's in your mind is coming out through the spirit, right? So the Most High is put His mindset on us now, right, on this altar to bring forth His truth. That's all we should be saying right now is what's in the Bible, what's truthful, because anything outside the truth is hurtful to an Israelite, right? That's what hurts us. So anybody, you say, brother, you're dangerous. If that's not you're dangerous, man, cut it. Right? Danger. Right? Done.
Beautiful. I gotta add one more thing if these young men know about it. that owl, what's that gift that goes with what he was talking about? There's that special gift that goes with that.
You can
The
see in the dark.
characteristic. What?
You can see in the dark.
What
And
does
it's-
it?
Owl.
How? Because the truth illuminates you.
How's
You
the
have.
oil see it? How's an owl see in the dark?
Oh, you want it carnally? Like how does the owl?
Yeah, currently.
Okay, carnally. Okay, in that case, an owl is able to look all around and know what the fuck is going on at
Okay,
all
alright.
times.
Ice owl. The ice owl.
I saw. So the owl has basically oil within his being. So he always constantly oiling his ocular. You know, Aesop, naming it the ocular.
Yeah.
Right. So he can see in the dark.
Right.
And basically, it's a circle, like a circle, so he can look all the way around. And the nocturnal being, which means he sees in the dark. Like this is a dark time, not in a like literal dark, but even in daytime when it's 12 noon, it's dark, right? Because people don't know what's actually happening. So the light only eludes from the scriptures, right? That's why we control the scriptures because we want to see, and Yahweh Shai is that light.
Which
Right.
goes to what I was saying before. The saying is who what? Who can see in the dark? Right? Yeah.
That goes back to
God.
dropping.
No.
Well,
I
like it.
It's bars. That's a bar.
I got this real quick.
And it goes to man. That's joking.
So, you mentioned going back earlier, well, the vanity of this life that we live, right? So, with that being said, hating this world should keep you even more locked in, more focused. And you brought that out. So that's a beautiful point. So Psalms 127 and 1 in the NLT, we'll read down to 5. It says, a song for pilgrims ascending to Jerusalem, a psalm of Solomon. And we're the pilgrims. The pilgrims are the elect, right? New Jerusalem coming down from heaven, right? It says, unless the Lord Yahweh builds a house, the work of the builders is wasted. Unless the Lord Yahweh protects a city, guarding it with uh, sentries will do nothing, will do no good. So I can read that again. It says, unless the Lord Yahweh builds a house, the work of the builders is wasted. Right? And that goes into what David said. You guys were saying the table. The table being made a snare. Because not the house that the Heavenly Father built up on the right hand side, or let Yahushua be the builder of that house. And it says, unless the Lord Yahweh protects a city, guarding it with sentries will do no good. It is it is useless for you, and this is the point. It is useless for you to work so hard from early morning until late night at night, anxiously working for food to eat. For Yahweh gives rest to his loved ones. Now in the King James it says, it is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat bread of sorrows. For so he giveth his beloved sheep. That's the life we live. It's a sorrowful life. It's a bread of sorrows. The bread goes into the understanding, what you're doing, what we're witnessing, all of it. But there's hope behind it. We're not here to tell you that it's not going to be hard or it's not going to be suffering. But at least you're given hope. These people, their lives are falling apart. No matter how much stunting and acting they do, their lives are falling apart. Look at these celebrities. You know, supposedly LeBron James' tapes of him messing with Diddy are being sold on the black market. These guys, and you know what Jake's doing? Jake is just blackmailing himself because it's for money. Man's offering 700 mil, this amount of money, and if it doesn't get bought, supposedly he's out. He's leaving the Lakers. He's leaving the country. So if a man of that stature is going through all that, what was his life? What was your life? You went through all that work, the sweat, the running the lines, everything, all the shots you made, just to have to leave it all and run.
because of all the fuckery you're doing behind closed doors. So we are really blessed. We're really, really blessed. But it comes with suffering. It comes with suffering.
What benefited from man if he gained the whole world but lose his soul?
Yeah.
And now, why would you want to buy a tape of two men getting down?
That's another act.
Come on, man. You see, so it shows the mindset of the people.
Yeah.
Bro starting as the people. Because saying it's true.
Well, first Esau, because he's the one who
probably,
uses
yeah,
that, right? He wants those videos so that he can use it against you, right? And then say before the Most High, this is.
But you gotta tape it. You gotta tape it.
This is your yeah. He's wicked. That's wicked.
Like, you know.
But at the same time, it's like, why is he going to the Most High saying this? You know.
Yeah.
That's what he uses for blackmail.
Yeah, for blackmail.
But Esau, that's the wicked, because it says, let anybody that as profane as Esau, right?
Yeah.
And do shit like that.
And it accuses us to the Father day and night too, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the blessing he's trying to get back.
Yeah.
Because you gotta remember, it's all spiritual, and Esau, the father of the Edomites, right? He doesn't know that the Most High, that he was basically set up to lose it. You know what I mean? Right? So there's nothing you can do to gain it back. Right? It's not a book that you can alter or change. The last in Revelation, anyone who adds the book or someone says it's done, it's done. The gavel slam, damn, that's it. You know, you can't.
Crazy because he's not spiritual. So like objectively speaking, it makes sense why this man's tirelessly working to accuse us to the heavenly Father. He's like, listen, I remember what he told Isaac. He's like, isn't his name rightly named Jacob?
God.
Doesn't he always do this shit?
God.
That's what he's saying.
God.
He always do this shit. He always gets one over me.
That's right.
Always uses this against me or manipulates me. Right? So it makes sense. He has that bitter hatred. And then your blessing was taken. You were tricked out of your blessing, and you were tricked out of your birthright. Because the Most High set it up that way. That's the power we're dealing with, man. And to this day, his descendants still don't get it. They still don't fucking get it. Cain didn't get it. Cain never understood why. That's why he killed him. You know,
he's hoping that the Lord will reconsider, but that ain't gonna happen.
And you have to think. Back in the time when Cain committed that act, that was huge. That's why he had to go on a run. And that's why he said, yo, anybody that sees me, anybody in that known land that sees me would have killed him. Because no one's ever murdered someone before. That was catastrophic. So if his jealousy from perfection was so strong for him to move and to do something that catastrophic, imagine how he feels today. That man.
Like it's been a righteous sin. No, I know he didn't say anybody who sin would have murdered him. He said would have killed him. Right? Not murdered him, kill him. But he murdered somebody.
Right.
And the eye for an eye.
That was well known.
That was well known.
Adam had taught that.
God.
Everybody was like when you education. You know how the bankers are the ones that control the education in various countries. Yeah. That was like Adam. Adam was like that banker that was controlling the education. I know earlier something. Yeah. Anyways, Adam was like that banker that was controlling the education of everybody in that place. You know.
Right. Precept?
Yeah.
So Genesis 4 and 11, 12. Now you are crushed.
Cursed.
Right, now you are cursed and banished from the ground, which has swallowed your brother's blood. No longer.
And imagine the setting, man. He's being pulled to court like we do when we go off, and Adam's sitting there. Maybe Adam was the one speaking to him. The Lord was, maybe I'm just, but you gotta take the illustration. He's coming there in front of everybody. They're trying to probably keep it in house because Adam was a royal family. And everybody's sitting there looking at Cain like, yo, this guy actually killed Abel? And Abel was well loved and everything like that, right? So go on.
Verse 12, no longer will the ground yield good crops for you.
Maybe it was the prophets that said to him. You know? Exactly. Go ahead.
No matter how hard you work, from now on, you will be a homeless wanderer.
Yeah, and that was a prophecy. So I believe that was a prophet that said to him. The Most High was working with. That was a prophecy. Go ahead.
Homeless wanderer on the earth. And
because no one's going to take you in.
No one's going to take you wherever you go. You're finished, man. You did something that's never happened before. No one's ever murdered someone. Okay, killing someone is different than murder. Murder is without a just cause. Or, without a just cause.
Yeah.
You can kill someone when you're trying to defend yourself.
Or avenging a murder.
Or avenge them, as we were just bringing out. They would have been doing something righteous, even though they're heathens. We're looking at this guy. Go ahead.
Verse 13, Cain replied to the Lord, Yahweh Shai, my punishment is too great for me to bear.
Yeah, he was like, fuck. You know how Esau is. They show you that in their movies, like Dexter. He has mental problems, right?
My name
Like
for
they'll kill someone, get in the rage, and after like, what did I do? What did I do? Like, yo, what the fuck? You're possessed. But that's his constant state. Go ahead.
But the scriptures say that too, that Esau sought it with tears.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Verse 14, you have banished me from the land and from your presence. You have made me a homeless wanderer. Anyone who finds me will kill me.
Yeah. You know, and that's like that now, man. You just gotta take it. Like, imagine if we were living at a time where no one's ever raped a female before, and then someone just does it now. Where would that guy go? Especially in today's time.
Yeah, the mindset.
Because of media. So that's how I felt for him back then. You would have nowhere to go. You'd be on YouTube, you'd be on Instagram, on all the platforms. That's why you said that.
And then last verse 15, the Lord Yahweh Shai replied, no, I will give a sevenfold punishment to anyone who kills you.
Right. Because everybody was vexed. Oh yeah. Other brothers and sisters wanted to kill him. We gotta take this guy out.
Right.
Judges, righteous men were like, yo, this guy has to go. But the Lord's like, nah. I have a plan here. This is my story. This is my movie.
Right.
If anybody touches this man, I'll deal with them.
That's right.
And that's why you just get blown away. You don't want to listen.
Yeah, that vibration is out today, man. That's why, if you do something to your brother or your skin folk, no penalty. What's the penalty? What you do it to a white man? You see what you find. You see what you get, Jake. Man, they lock you behind under the jail. Hundreds of years, right?
Yeah, and that's not a little set of statement. There's parts in the prison that they keep you down.
They actually do keep you
area.
down under the jail.
And that's the range where anything goes.
You know? That's right.
Anything goes.
Yeah, on that level, yeah. For real, you're right.
Go ahead.
Right.
Finishing it off. Then the Lord Yahweh Shai put a mark on Cain to warn anyone who might try to kill him.
Right. And that was to identify who this person is. You always say red-handed. Right? You caught red-handed. Right? And that mark manifested through his children as Esau. You know? Did it happen then? We don't have it. We prophesy in part and know in part. As Cain, but we know it happened as Esau. That's for sure. Okay. That was it on that. Let me finish up what I was reading. So verse 3, it says, Psalms 127 and 3, lo, children are a heritage of the Lord Yahweh, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. Yeah, that was it. The point was verse 2, really. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrow, for so he giveth his beloved sheep. Yep. That's it. Anybody got something?
Yeah, that's real quick. Going into that plan. I saw Proverbs 16 and 4. That plan for Cain. It says this. Proverbs 16 and 4. Jehovah Shai had made all things for himself. Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil. And that's the plan. That was a great plan at the end. Okay, the Lord's going to bring that strange judgment to us, right? And it starts with this truth, right? With the Lord's spell, the Lord's gospel, right? Hey, so you can bring all your stuff, right? Because the Lord told you to bring it, Esau. Bring all that left-handed stuff. It's all good. But the Lord said He has preserved you for the day of evil, right? Your judgment is coming swiftly.
I got something back to you.
Well, that's great. Because that's another thing. Israel, you have to understand, the Most High orchestrated everything, man. Everything is orchestrated by the Most High. You know, and if you can wrap your mind around that, all right, then you might be gifted with faith. Well, if you can, then you're gifted with faith, right? But it's easy for the Most High to take that away if you're not adhering to the messages, to the truth, to the prophecy. Now, this is another precept backing up what Balak said concerning that this is the Most High's plan, right? This is Second Ezra 6:1. It says, and Ezra was a man of the Lord that was questioning the Most High for the reason as to why things are the way they are, especially for our people. So it says, Second Ezra 6:1, and he said unto me in the beginning, when every time I say that, I think about that one guy. In the beginning. Yeah, that one, yeah, the other hammer.
But so call we don't know.
Yeah, or appears, yeah, what we believe to be a hammer. But anyways, it says Second Ezra 6:1, and he said unto me in the beginning, when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood, and or ever the winds blew, before it thundered and lightning, or ever the foundations of paradise were laid, before the fair flowers were seen, or ever the movable powers were established, right? Both literal and spiritual. It says, before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together. That's the host of heaven. The ones that you guys are gazing at, dismayed at. That's the Most High is saying before them. Okay, and they're down here on earth prophesying too. It says, or ever the height of the air were lifted up, before the measure of the firmament were named, or ever the chimneys in Zion were hot, and ere the present years were sought out, and or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned, before they were sealed that have gathered faith for a treasure. Right? And that's what we talk about. We talk about a man of sin being created to bring evil on the earth. And then we talk about a man of righteousness created to bring righteousness on the earth. The Most High said, before any of that was, I was thinking about it. And you said that a couple weeks ago. I still, that this is in the Most High's mind. We're in the Most High's mind. Existence itself is there. Don't lose sleep trying to figure that out. Trust me. I'm not trying to, bug anybody else. But that's just what it is. That's how big and large the Most High is. Okay? Let's see. But that's it on that. That's the point. Oh no, verse 6. It says, then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other.
So that the scriptures put those the Somali Wakitaki, whatever he was, that Gms Somali whatever. The Most High says by him alone, right? Even in Isaiah 53, Yahushua says, "I was there, no one hell. I don't need a help. I'm good."
Yep, that's right. He said he brought salvation when he came back with his own arm.
Gone.
No one's there with him.
That's right. So that's a cut right there for anybody who's talking about they're gonna be terrorists like walking around with guns and shit. Like there's no scripture says thou shalt have a gun and go around and terrorize people with it. It says our warfare is spiritual, and I'm using the Bible and the camera and a bright light. So you take this face down, man.
That's it. Yeah. Yep. Let me get this concerning false prophets, right? Zechariah, because we're also in that time where you people, you prophets and you idols, all right, are being exposed. You guys are being exposed. So it says here, Zechariah 13:1, in that day, there shall be a fountain open to the house of David and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
In that day. So we're in that day right now. Okay, a time period, and the water, the fountain is flowing what via the light stream. Right? It's called stream for a reason.
That's right.
What stream? Water.
That's right.
Right?
And it says, and the inhabitants of Jerusalem for sin and for uncleanness. That's what this word does. Right? So those that are supposed to be cleaned by this word are the elect. Verse 2, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, that I will cut off the names of the idols, cut off the land, out of the land.
Right. So within Israel, because we're about the 1/3, and most of the 1/3 you see waking up had some other kind of stuff on them and demons in them, man. He says their brother wants to bring his long dashik and a kufi, talking about I'm a salek, what they say, I'm shallah and whatever, and then you renounce that behavior, right, and you get washed by the word, and now you call Yahweh Shem Shah, right?
And it says, um, and then as you see, the Most High is cutting off the idols out of the land. Right? Starting with these guys in the entertainment business, the entertainment industry, and you false prophets among Israel. Right? Because a lot of weird stuff's coming up about Nate too, allegedly. The Most High, let every man be a liar, but the Most High true. We're gonna see.
Beautiful. Yeah,
And if the brother's wrong,
attacking the vanity of vanity.
we have no problems. It's like your brother. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We're about that.
Yep. And that's why we say, I said what I said. Let every man be a liar and the Lord be true. That's right. Because that is some weird allegations. That's not something just to be like, oh, whatever. Which is what most of you congregation are doing. I also believe with the false of the heart, that there is some of the hopeful elect in it. But, hey man, that's serious. That's serious. That's all I can say about that. So, verse 3, and it shall come to pass that when any shall yet prophesy, remember the dream he had when I'm reading this, then his father and his mother that begat him shall say to him, thou shalt not live, for thou speakest lies in the name of the Lord Yahweh, and his father and his mother that begat him shall thrust him through when he prophesieth. In the NLT it says, if anyone continues to prophesy, his own father and mother will tell him, you must die, for you have prophesied lies in the name of the Lord Yahweh. And as he prophesieth, his own father and mother will stab him. So what does that mean? That means one day the Most High, that one judge that was judging unrighteously, and the guy just ran and jumped over the thing and attacked him, the Edomite. You prophet, remember the dream he had? He had a dream that he was getting mangled by his congregation. So there's going to be a time because listen, a lot of Israelites are waking up to the bullshit as well too. So there's going to be a time where you prophets, you false prophets, are going to be prophesying, and you're going to have Jake in there in the crowd. Okay, it's like, yo, this guy needs to die, man. He's talking shit. This is a lie. Why? Because they've been coming to the Hebrew Israelites. And the men of the Lord that have the truth have been pushing this truth. So you're going to be exposed, man. And you prophets are going to die.
Yeah, it won't end very well. Because we have to touch history. No.
That's why I just want to say, because they're going to find out that you've been ripping them off, too. Messing with their money, looking polite.
Yeah.
Bro, some of the things that people are coming on the air saying what they want to do to that man, he's lucky he's in jail.
He's an idol.
Yeah.
He's an idol.
Ain't nobody will be looking at polite for the next 7 years, man. He's gone. So.
Because if he steps out, guess what? Just like Cain, there's a mark on you now. Yeah. So it's going to be the same thing with these prophets, man. These false prophets.
No. It won't end well. We know about his prophet, Dwight York.
Yeah. Right.
It didn't end well for you. Right? History proves, man. All of you guys, man.
You got 100 years.
Vanity of vanities that the Lord put out there, you stumbling blocks, going to deal with you and all the bullshit that you hold on to as idols as well. All the money that you got, man. All the gold that you have saved up. Right? It's going to be cankered. So yeah, hey, we're not worried about those things. Right? We're not worried about how you people are going to be destroyed, but we have to speak about it as the Spirit gives us clearance. Okay?
Right. Because the blood of the blood is on their hands.
That's right.
Right? So you've been lying to these people,
Mhm.
literally destroying lives, souls. You've been destroying souls because they're going to get destroyed if they're not the elect. Even though they're set, listen, the Most High can still set them up to destroy you and destroy them too because they're still not the elect. So all that blood is on your hands. Yeah, serious, man. This is verse 4. It says, and it shall come, and it shall say in the King James, it shall come to pass in that day that the prophets shall be ashamed. Every one of my own. Actually, can you read this? I gotta look something up. Can you read this?
I have it here for you.
No, you hold what you got. You read it. You can bring up what you had actually right now.
I'll bring it up. So Jeremiah 23 and 30. Therefore, behold, I'm against the prophets, said the Lord Yahweh Shai, that steal my words, everyone from his neighbor. Behold, I'm against these prophets, said the Lord Yahweh Shai, that use
No,
their...
so that's Israelites. Everyone against his neighbor. They're stealing the words from you, which means they're not breaking down the scriptures correctly. You're not getting the truth. Here, we're giving you straight blood. Sometimes we give it to you so straight that you hate us. You guys are rapists. You guys are this. Why are you always cursing so much? Okay, go ahead.
Behold, I am against the prophets, said the Lord Yahweh Shai, that use their tongues and say, he said, behold.
Yeah, because you don't, okay, so you don't actually have to, well, you know you have a Jacob said, well, he didn't say he said it. Yeah, but he's reading out the Most High's book. That's his word. That's his word. He's reading out of his book, so it doesn't matter. He's still going to be judged for lying. This is serious business. Go ahead.
Behold, I, Yahweh, am against them that prophesy false dreams, said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, and do tell them, and cause my people to err by their lies and by their lightness, yet I sent them not, nor commanded them. Therefore they shall not profit this people at all, said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yoshai.
So read what you're reading. Where is that, my own?
Ready now?
Yeah, verse 4.
This is Zechariah 13 and verse 4. And it shall come to pass in that day that the prophets shall be ashamed, every one of his vision, when he hath prophesied.
Right. Why? Because they were wrong in that day. We're coming into that day. It's going to be the mandatory implementation of the MOTV. Plus the combining of the ICBM missiles, them chairs coming down, you know, and even a little bit further, according to some brothers' dreams they had, where some of those members got beamed up, they got split. One was led to a room with a red light. The other one led to a room with a clear light. If you're spiritual, you know the ones going to the red light. I don't think that's a good sign. You know what I mean? I don't think that's a good sign, honestly speaking. Why would they split?
Speaking of red light.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. It was funny. Go ahead.
Neither shall they wear a rough garment to deceive.
Right. So they're not gonna be out there, you know, dressed in their garments. Like you're not. One day there's gonna come a time where you're not gonna see any of the prophets, but you're really not gonna. You're for damn sure not gonna see IUIC out there marching in their purple and yellow bands of 2,200.
And that ain't a rough garment.
Exactly.
You know, uniform. Look at the brothers out here, you know, this is a rough garment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's of different fabrics, right?
Done.
Because what did John the Baptist wear?
Right.
Wearing camel hairs, right? Which is nothing wrong with that.
No, but back
it's
then,
still
Kevin
wrong.
here was rocking. It's like
Yeah.
compared to like a fur coat now.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
The fur coat now is rocking. You know what I mean? And the locust is actually kind of good for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to us, you know, I mean, look at you know, but actually, locust is very nutritious and that's actually lawful.
Yeah.
Right?
Because remember, the camel comes from the llama and
Khan.
the alpaca family.
Yeah.
But they're just dead for the desert.
Khan.
Yeah, the understanding in that is that like camel hair per se, if you had one piece of the garment, it meant that you were a slave in a sense, that you were of a lower stature, right? It still cost a lot, but the whole idea was to have like garments like that, you had to have a whole suit.
Okay.
So when you had one piece, it meant that you were of a lower stature, but it's still, which is a perfect representation of John, right? Yeah, absolutely.
So he came low. He came low.
Yeah, he
Oh,
came in that lowly state.
lowly
He came in that
state,
lowly
yeah.
state. But he
But
was
when
still to be esteemed, right?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Because in his skin you wear right now, he wear like bear fur or whatever it is. It's not money.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Done. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Zechariah 13:5.
Uh-huh.
But he shall say, I am no prophet, I am an husbandman. For a man taught me to keep cattle for my youth.
Right, so they're basically going to go back in the world. They're going to go back in the world. All right, they're not going to, because today, I forgot what his name was, but he said, I thank the Lord that I have a life outside of this truth, or outside of preaching. At the end of the day, if the YouTube get cut off, I can go back to this. Like, you don't know what you're saying, man. And that's when, to say that out loud, to even think that's one thing. Out loud, you really have no idea who you're dealing with. You know? But so that shows you that a lot of people that follow these guys have the same mindset. This is just like one of those movements in the 70s. That's how they feel. Or, you know, in the future, we're going to be all merged with machines anyway. So all this is going to be in the past. Go ahead.
And one shall say unto him, what are these wounds in thine hands? Then he shall answer, those with which I was wounded in the house of my friends. Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow.
Right, because the wounds, some of these guys, who knows how the Lord's going to play it out? But we know that the Lord is going to judge these guys. They could have mental wounds. Maybe they were kids, whatever. They get physical wounds. Yeah, you know, when I was doing that Hebrew Israelite thing, it was off, man. You know, those guys are crazy. You know, whole congregation tried to get me. You know, whatever. They're gonna, you know how Jake is. You know, so it's gonna play out. But the point is, it's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask you how I said about his hands.
Oh yeah, Thomas.
Yeah.
Con.
You
Can I read the
wounded
Isaiah
in the house of my friends.
Isaiah 1 and 6?
He was wounded. I was wounded in the house of my friends.
Right.
Israelites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Israelites.
That's right.
Crept in unawares as well.
Yeah.
Isaiah 1 and 6, just to go with the wound.
Yeah.
So from the sole of the foot
Right.
even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and pressure point sores, they have not been closed.
Yeah, because maybe it might be a video. They saw you, you know, they saw their cousins saw them prophesying. They're, yo, what's all this stuff that you're saying? Like, oh yeah, I used to be in that. So that's like a wound.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I used to do that. I don't do it anymore. You know? Oh, okay, the spirit. Go ahead.
That's it.
Okay.
Verse 7.
Yep.
Zechariah 13, verse 7. Awake, O sword.
Oh wait, yeah, read that. I got something.
Yeah. Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. Smite the shepherd.
Hold on a second. So the Most High is telling the sword to get up. Remember, for 1,000 years, um, no, for a short time, the sword is locked away. So Jacob was doing all kind of, whatever. And we know the sword is Esau Edom. So the Most High, awake my sword. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Touch them up.
Hey, brother, you actually brought up something that's spiritual. Cause what I should have said with the wounds, even though what I said was correct, the wounds in the hand, because this is the prophecy of Yahweh Shai. Spiritually, for you brothers to understand, when you read it's a prophecy of Yahweh Shai, because it happened to Yahweh Shai. The wounds in his hands when he got nailed, and in the house of his friends with the Israelites. But we just broke it down in literal sense. To both of them are true. You know.
But remember, Yahushua spoke in parables.
Yeah.
Right? And his friends now, Yahushua's friends, can't get understanding.
Yeah.
So if we're why is speaking to them like that? Because it's not for them. Right? But it's for us, and then not coming out, but it was us to get it how it's meant. Right? Remember, the book is about prophecy, right?
That's right. Sure, word. Now, brothers, get ready to pull up some precepts, because going into the ashamed part, they're going to be ashamed, and that really goes into they're not going to have faith, not going to have hope, because of the destruction that's coming. Now, I went into the strong concordance for that word, shame, right? and I have this excerpt. Okay, it says to fail in hope and expectation. Right? And brothers jump in, the Spirit allows you. Which is joined with shame and blushing. So they one precept our brother should get is Jeremiah 14:3. They quoted, and Job 6:20. And then it says it is applied to enemies and wicked men put to flight after their endeavors are frustrated. And that's also these wicked prophets. They're enemies of the truth. They have endeavors. When the Most High awakes the sword and tells them to rise and slay, guess what? They're going to be ashamed because all the plans they had are going to be crushed.
Right.
All their expectations and all their hope they had was void, that was actually outside of the truth, which is really no hope. It's vain hope. It's going to be shown to be vain. They're going to be put to shame. Man, we're blessed to actually have the truth. It's coming down. You can see 2026 is going to be heavy. Or 2025 is going to be heavy. You know? So brother got the precepts?
Yeah, I have Job 6:20.
Okay, let's see what that says.
It says here, you want an NLT or just
Either one.
What was the other one,
Jeremiah. It was,
all right, you read that one. I'll just get it.
yeah,
NLT.
Jeremiah 14:3.
I have it here.
Okay.
Jeremiah 14:3. And their nobles have sent their little ones to the waters. They came to the pits and found no water. They returned with their vessels empty. They were ashamed and confounded and covered with their heads.
Right. And what's the pit? They went to the pit to find water with these churches. Right? The live streams that they do. The IUIC live streams and all the other camps live streams.
Yeah,
There's no
pit's a
water.
snare.
It's a snare
Yeah,
too.
pit's a snare.
It's fine. It's a snare too. They found no water. And how are they going to know that? When the prophecies are fully manifested. You're going to look at what's happening and listen to what was said. You're like, oh, fuck. Yeah, fine. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 14:14. So that goes in both what you're just talking about with what's going to happen. They follow it. Then Yahweh said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name. I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination and things of naught.
And that's a divination. Bro, this book is powerful, man. If you read this book and you lie, you're causing divination on someone, on the Israelite. Because this book it's Yahweh, it's a spirit tied to the book. So the prophets that are speaking lies, they're opening up the Bible, thinking it's just a book full of papers, a hardcover full of papers, and they're reading these words and they're lying because they have their own little secret endeavors and plans. And by doing that, you're causing divination. So you're a witchcraft. You're a witch.
Witch and a warlock.
Rebellion is the sin of witchcraft.
First Samuel 9.
When
Samuel, when the
yeah.
told Saul
Yeah.
to go kill the Amalekites,
Beautiful.
right? And he said, I don't want to because the people, and saying, hey, they better just do what the mother says.
Right.
He said, sacrifice is better than
Obedience is better than
sacrifice. Yeah,
And you know what's crazy about that scenario too? You have to remember when Saul was at war. I'm just bringing this up because when the Lord's going to make sure it looks very extreme. Remember, they were at war with the Philistines, and who started that war? His son John. Then he went in there with his army men. He took out like 30 of them. So they were at war, and they were losing. So Saul was looking at his men die, and then the leader of those men was like, "Yo, we're losing. Like, what are you gonna do? You gotta make a sacrifice. You can't wait for Samuel. He's late. We're down 200 men. When is he gonna come?" And he's like, he panics. All right, fine. Let me make the sacrifice. The Most High was testing him. You know? Go ahead. There's more than that?
Yeah, there's two more verses.
Yeah.
They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination, and a thing of naught and deceit of their heart. And also says in NLT, they speak foolishness made up in their own lying hearts. Verse 15, therefore thus said Yahweh concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not, yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed.
That's why dude is talking about there's not going to be any Jacob's trouble. You know, that's why he's saying there's not going to be any
He's saying
Jacob's
they
trouble.
say that now. So, I mean, double-minded.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going back at that now.
Yeah, he's going
That's not what I said. You fool or so yeah. You know.
And, one more verse here on verse 16. And the people to whom they prophesy shall be cast out in the streets of Jerusalem because of the famine and the sword, and they shall have none to bury them. Their wives.
Because of the prophecies. They're going through hell. They're like, oh, you said the Lord's gonna, and they're out here butt naked, man, with their hands open. Shit.
Yeah, it has come to naught, like it said. The Lord has made it to naught, nothing.
Got families, got kids.
And they shall have none to bury them, their wives, nor their sons, nor their daughters, for I will pour their wickedness upon them.
Yeah, so because you know what kind of shame it is to have someone dead and you just leave them out there like that. We came to a town and there's a bunch of dead people just out there like that. You're like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah, you know what I mean? Someone bury these people.
Yeah.
But that's what they're not gonna find that kind of quote unquote, for lack of a better term, comfort for their shame. The shame is that there are people out there.
Yeah.
So to put away the shame, you gotta bury them. You're not gonna find a burial, man. You're gonna have to deal with that shame.
Got a quick piece.
Yeah.
Jeremiah 17.
Oh yeah, Slocky, he had one real quick.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 2 and 13. For my people have committed to evil. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living water,
Yeah, that's the spirit.
and hew them out cisterns, broken cisterns, that can hold no water.
And the word evil is going to by time. So my people have committed true evil. So it's basically, they think it's actually a great thing that they're doing. The Bible says folly is set in great dignity. You know? So they don't think, because you saw everything in evil is just like a thing with some sharp teeth, like Freddy Krueger. That's evil. No, evil is outside the script doing something contrary to what the Heavenly Father say do. Evil is eating pork. It's evil. The ones that get a bad time, man. Because the judgment for that, if you don't repent, right, you're gonna get judged.
Yep. And the peril that it causes your body when you eat that garbage.
Everything.
Right? Everything, yeah.
See?
It's a two for one.
That's right.
Right? It's a two for one for you. Just to back the brother up, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. Yep. Jeremiah 17 and 13. Oh Yahweh, the hope of Israel, all that forsake thee shall be ashamed, and they that depart from me shall be written in the earth, because they have forsaken Yahweh, the fountain of living waters.
You want
Straight to the point.
truth that makes you alive and makes you live. You gotta consult the Bible, right? And as we thus saith the Lord, not thus saying us, unless we're speaking the Bible, right? Our opinions don't matter because we're in the flesh. Sometimes if you want to ramble, it sounds good. You got a word project and brothers captivated. But hey, back at the end of the day, come back to the scriptures, man. Yeah. You know, keep it. The Paul said, keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. Yeah. Kiss. You know. Oh, that is breast kiss.
Kiss the son, lest he be angry.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep it
I know
simple.
the other one.
Yeah. Wait, first, yeah. And Solomon.
Yeah. You have the other one, young fella?
Yeah. This is Job 6 and 20 NLT. They count on it, but are disappointed. When they arrive, their hopes are dashed. You too.
And that's why they sell out. Because they got no faith. So when they're alive, their hopes are dashed. So that's gonna end. That's gonna be worse. That's a dash life LeBron James is living right now. Fuck.
Yeah.
If it's true. Go ahead. Well, we know.
They trust in that witchcraft.
Yeah.
He's already be down with Amalek anyway.
Yeah. If it's true that it's being sold in the black market.
That would be a defamation lawsuit. That China was very reputable. They would do that. They would make sure that you got your facts together.
Yeah.
But did the guy say allegedly in the video a lot or what?
It's written out plain as day.
No, he said allegedly a couple times, but not. No, I think he only said it once.
That's only the way how he covered himself.
Yeah.
Because I noticed what's her name does that often, even though she's a witch.
Jaguar, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
They
he
ain't gonna
said,
come after her because she ain't got no money to sue her.
yeah, he said, ain't no party like a Diddy. So
That's all the information that was coming out.
His saying, so he can't say it wasn't there. He was
Yeah.
bragging about it and dancing.
Yeah, and doing it. And dancing too. Yeah. Those guys did it
Crazy. Take that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 21. You too have given no help. You have seen my calamity, and you are afraid.
Okay. That's it on that? Yeah. Okay, let's finish it up because this excerpt goes well with what we just read. It says, as well, it says, to men overwhelmed with unexpected calamity, to a husbandman, so someone who's labored in whatever they're doing, right? To a husbandman deprived of hope of the harvest. So what's the harvest? When the elect get beamed up. The men that are deprived of hope, the one that are not going to be harvested. And if you do get harvested, maybe you'll be led to a different door. You know? According to that dream. Yeah, there you go. Right? Yeah. So that's it. So with that, we're going to close up. We're going to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh,
Bashem,
Yahushua,
Bashim, Rakadash.
and double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Moshe who rule well and have taught this word in truth and sincerity. Peace and mercy to the whole full elect, start with 144,000. All right, that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Kwame Shalom.
Kwame Shalom.
Shalom to the whole full elect.
Shalom,
Shalom.
Shalom.
Bye.
Bye.
Bad bubble.